They're killing us in so many different ways. They're destroying our lives in so many different ways. They've destroyed the global economy. Who are they? The streets are dead. There's no life anymore. And it's everywhere. This is unprecedented. And this is insanity. And it's across the globe. This is devaluing all the currencies around the world, except one. Every major country is going to have a negative GDP this year, except one. When people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And it's going to be hell on earth. They're destroying our lives in so many different ways. They're robbing us of our joy, of liberty, life, beauty, fun, and they've destroyed the global economy. This is unprecedented in world history. How can anybody imagine that you're locking down all these places, and you see the numbers coming out. Oh, Yelp comes out and says, oh, only 60% of the businesses aren't going to reopen. And then you look at the numbers, international air travel, it's only down 85%, but it'll come back. And this is insanity, and it's across the globe. And what are governments doing? They're locking down again. Cases are going up. Yeah, cases are going up, but the death levels are low. We don't care about that. We got the cases. Yeah, what's the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention? Oh, yeah, they say that between the ages of 1 and 50, your chances of recovery from the virus, the case, it's only 99.8% recovery rate in Italy. The average age was 80 years old. But they locked down global economies. They've destroyed so many businesses. This is unprecedented. They're killing us in so many different ways. And, you know, freedom is just another word for something left to lose. What I keep trying to tell people is that who are they? They are politicians. And these are the same they who gave me as a kid and my generation the protection of, in case an atom bomb goes off. They're doing the same thing with these restrictions that they're giving us. They lack scientific data, and as the shows from other countries that didn't lock down, such as Belarus, Sweden, and others, lockdown, no lockdown, you see the number. And what they never tell you about, build up your immune system, get into good health, watch what you eat, work out, vitamin D, go outside. No, you're not going to go outside. Get back inside. Get back inside.
Okay, let's talk money.
So as we all know, and the people that are listening all know, that the game is rigged. It's totally rigged in front of our eyes. Oh, you remember the repo market thing a year ago, back in September? Oh yeah, what was that? What were they doing? Only $7 trillion they dumped in between September and January of 2019. Right. Yeah. So what's different this time? The other big difference this time is I mentioned about how economy after economy, government after government, they've locked down. What's keeping it up? All the cheap money they're dumping into the system. The negative and zero interest rate policy. So why would anybody, to me, and I'm only speaking for myself, I don't give financial advice, why would they want this digital trash backed by nothing and printed on nothing when they just keep printing more and more of it? So let's go to the United States. Go back to January. We're going to have $1 trillion trade deficit this year. And now what is it going to be? Only $3 trillion. Because they pump more money in. And now they're coming up with a new deal. You're going to see another $1 trillion or $2 trillion or $3 trillion dump back in. So this is devaluing all the currencies around the world, except one. And that is the Chinese, the yuan. Because what China's doing, and they're calling it a dual circulation, they know, the Chinese, that the global trade isn't going to be near what it used to be. So they're building up the internal economy, making it more self-sustaining. They got 1.4 billion people. We keep doing business with each other. 1.4 billion people will keep this thing going.
But why would they risk losing their reserve currency status of the world?
Because they have no other choice. The economy, the people are broke. What's keeping retail sales up? You know the numbers. People were getting more money with that $600 a week than they were making at the jobs they had. They know that they have to artificially prop this up. It's every country's doing it. Every country is doing it. France, Italy, the whole European Union, one country after another. India, South Africa borrowed more money from the IMF. One after another. They're doing this artificially because when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And you're seeing violence going up. They want to keep it quiet, and money will do it. It's right in front of everybody's eyes. It's right. Why the hell are the equity markets going up when you have an economic crisis like this going on? Every major country is going to have a negative GDP this year. Oh, except one, China. You know, as I said, the 20th century was the American century. The 21st century is going to be the Chinese century. And I don't say that in a very happy way. The business of China is business. The business of America has been war. China's doing everything they can now to boost up their economy. And so you nailed it when you put all those pieces together. How the hell is the stock market going up? How can cruise ships, cruise lines, airlines, oh, the stocks went up today because they're looking at a new vaccine that, what am I, 6 years old? Who are you kidding here with this crap? You remember a place called New York City, and you know how dead it is. And in a million years, you could have never imagined it.
Does New York City ever recover?
It'll recover, but it's going to be years. You know, we wrote when this started happening, when the lockdowns happened, in early March, we wrote that people will be leaving densely populated cities over fear of the virus and because of violence and crime and declining economy. And it's happened, exactly like we said. The streets are dead. There's no life anymore. And it's everywhere. This is unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Empty streets. Empty streets. So, commercial real estate, major apartments, they're going to keep going down. The crisis is beyond. Go back to when this began. We have the facts there, the words coming out of the mouths of the politicians and the media. They called it a war, a COVID war, when it began. These are the same politicians that start a war and they don't have any exit strategy. They have no exit strategy for this. You go back and you go to the beginning, nobody talked about what the implications would be. Nobody. We're locking you down, we're locking you down. If it stays locked down, it's going to be hell on earth. Look at the businesses going out of business. I mean, you put your whole life into your business, a bar, a retail shop, whatever it might, a florist, and it's gone. It's gone. So the bigs are going to get bigger. That's what's going to happen. We all become plantation workers on the global plantation of Slavelandia.